Lane Zero is back, and this is another fan service chapter. So we're back on Red Cave, waiting for Holy to show up, but in the meantime, we decide, why not have fun at the beach? Like last time. Weiss is kind of an ass, mostly to Hermit, because he decides to describe all of the shining stars in their swimsuits, where he calls Witch a lovely lady, Sister a sexy lady, Valkyrie a sporty lady. And when he finally gets to Hermit, he basically just says she belongs in the kids. God, that's so mean. So the time of this video being dropped, the Red Cape episode for Season 2 of the anime just dropped, actually. So we're basically getting an anime version of this, and then this is, of course, the future version of this. Or past version? They are in a different timeline, so I guess it is the past. Weird thing to say. But yeah, a lot of the same stuff happens all over again. But this time, Jin is actually part of the fun, because he's part of the crew this time. As you can imagine, he's just standing around watching Keely. Her and Pina decide to get matching headpieces that look like her mooch modifier from the old world. Yeah, so those two are having fun together. Sister is torturing Moscow again, just like she did the last time they went to the beach. But this time she actually turns to Rebecca and says that she's gonna do the exact same thing to her up next. As you can imagine, Rebecca has no interest in that. Yeah, Rebecca is definitely Sister's favorite person, because whenever she looks at her, this expression is just monstrous. Just like last time, Homer was training again. But this time she has Valkyrie to train with her, because of course the two of them are fighting nuts. And of course they go at it in a sword match, and it seems to end in a draw because they seem to be complementing each other's sword skills. But that's when Homaru's top just falls apart because Valkyrie cut it to pieces, and she basically is mentioning, you got some training to do, Homaru. And Homer then pretends to be embarrassed by this, but then of course she did the exact same thing, but in this sense Homer cut Valkyrie's bottoms. By the way, this is in view of everyone. In fact, Weiss and Shiki are just watching as these women have their clothes just ripped to shreds. Hermit, once again, is doing research, but last time she was doing research of the island. This time, she's trying to figure out who Joker is, because she remembered Rebecca saying that she recognized the names from somewhere. And Rebecca also decided to do a deep dive. She thought it was a beekeeper. He's not. Then she looked through athletes, celebrities, politicians, couldn't find him. Hermit, while doing her research, explains that whoever this Joker was, they were wiped from the internet. Which should be impossible, but I guess it's not. Hermit basically explains that the only person who could do this would be a master programmer, and the person that comes to Rebecca's mind is old Weiss, which means the old man is either Joker, or he was kidnapped by Joker and forced to basically erase him from the internet. Because when you think about it, I guess he would be the only person able to do that, because old man Weiss is beyond intelligent. I mean, he was able to reconstruct Happy from a corpse, which is basically what happened to Ziggy, and I'm assuming what happened to the four shining stars and such. I mean, there can only be a handful of people who have the ability to turn a living being into an android, and Old Man Weiss would be one of those people. So if he could do that, he could probably also erase the internet. The current Weiss is currently trying to convince Witch to basically strip naked, which he basically tried to do in the last world as well at the beach. And basically, she's willing to comply on both occasions. She seems to have no shame of just getting naked. Her face, on the other hand, that has to be covered. It's embarrassing for people to see her face, but the rest of her, nah. Go ahead, look all you want. That's some weird standards the woman's got. Then the light ether begins to rain down again. Beautiful sight like last time. And we basically had a shot by shot of Shiki lifting Rebecca up into the air, so this way she can take a photo of the scenery. That's when a ship begins to fall down again. They assume it's probably the poor bastard that died last time and was just floating off in space until finally a ship came down. No, this is actually Holy and Eraser. Holy is also ready in a swimsuit, so apparently she was just happy to be at the beach as well, even though she doesn't get to enjoy the beach at all. They immediately just go do their mission, but the point is, her policy is if you're at the beach, you wear a swimsuit, so alright. So they start talking about the old world again, and everyone starts to question, how do they even know about the old world? They have no memory of it. And of course, Holy just repeats herself, well, certain someone told me about it. She then presses a button, and the sea just parts, opening up a way to the temple underwater. And we end up getting introduced to Nada again, but apparently she's the director of the Interstellar Union in the Aeocosmos. What? How? What exactly happened that led her to being in charge of her? Before, she was just some robots living at the bottom of the ocean, waiting to die, basically. Like, what? I 100% am more interested in her story and how she got here more than any other at the moment, because we do get introduced to the person who told everyone about this, and also the director of the Sakura Cosmos, Neo. This doesn't surprise me at all. Like I said in the last chapter, we already knew he had this ability, so it just makes sense. It just surprises me that Feather apparently didn't have the ability to see into the future, even though they have the same eyes of God. I'm assuming his are just stronger than, I guess. I don't know. It doesn't matter. The point is, saw this coming. I was hoping for Xiao Ming, but hey, Neo's fine. I mean, at least he'll know what's going on, so we can then join an alliance between the government and the Eden Zero crew, so this way they could stop Void. Because let's be honest, if anyone could set up an alliance between these two groups, it would be this man. I mean, he's clearly trusted by everybody, plus he has no issue manipulating people to get to the outcome that he wants, which is, stopping Void, which should be the outcome that everyone wants. Alright, if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, give a thumbs up so you enjoy more Eden Zero and other amazing things. Thank you, and have a great day.